everybody, welcome to another video. We start this one off at around about 7:30 at the beginning of my shift. I am about an hour, maybe an hour and a half later than normal, so I'm not in the best of moods. I should have a lot of money in the bank by now, and I've got nothing. I've also got this joker that's too close behind me. And as I've said numerous times, never speed up for these idiots, let them wait. Go even slower, it annoys them. It does annoy me actually that when you do look in the mirror they are really close. It looks a lot closer in the mirror, as I've always said, than what it does on the camera. Anyway, we're coming up to this bend up here, and for some reason everyone seems to cut it coming towards us. They always seem to go and cut the corner. And as you can see, the road isn't massive, but this guy is going to cut the corner, so I let him have it. And then I blow my top. Idiot. Got two idiots. Got one fucking right up my arse, and that one that wants my side of the road. I must be a magnet for fucking idiots. And you got this one who waves. I'm going to go across the roundabout, and I'm going to wave at you because I know I shouldn't have fucking gone. For fuck's sake, what a start to the morning this is. I've had that quite a few times at that roundabout where people know that he shouldn't have gone and they wave. Rather than putting their foot on the brake, they wave. Now I'm at a hotel, the Holiday Inn in Sutton for this one. And I just want to show you some very confusing road markings. Bearing in mind it's a hotel and people from other countries stay in hotels. People that drive on the other side of the road stay in these hotels, don't they? Now, we drive on the left, but according to that marking there, we drive on the right. There's one there that's coming towards us on the left-hand side. Now, further up the road there, you can see that there's giveaway lines that suggest that we should be on the left. I mean, that's not confusing at all, is it? Or am I going a little bit soft in the head? Let us know in the comments down below. Well, at least the one-way sign is going in the correct direction. Woohoo! Got something right. Now in this clip we're looking at the car in front of us, who is the only person on the road obviously, because he don't give a shit about anyone else. Nice bit of indication, mate, of what you were going to do, isn't it? And I'll just take you to the rear camera now, just so you know that it wasn't just me that he was holding up. And obviously, if anyone was turning left coming out of this road, they'll have to wait for him to turn right because he hasn't done the manoeuvre very well. But then he doesn't fucking care, does he? A little bit of a petrol head moment for you now coming towards us. And for once, I know what it is. It's a fire engine. Now in this clip, I'm in the wrong lane, although on the ground it says I'm in the correct lane because I want the A245, which is basically the second exit that's going straight on. But because of the roadworks here, that exit is only one lane where it's normally two lanes. So both of these lanes normally can go into it, but it's only the left-hand lane that goes into it. I don't know this because I don't normally come from this side. I normally come from the other side or left or right. I very rarely come from this way. So when we get a green light up here, you'll see me, once I see the road signs, I start to move over. Forget that sign that's on the left hand side. That's not for us. That's on the slip road. So as soon as I see these signs up here that's on our left and on our right, I'm moving over as soon as I've seen them. Now, I haven't cut anybody up or anything like that. I was a little bit close, but not too bad. The guy behind sort of expected it. He didn't make a song and dance about it or anything. But a lot of people are doing this because the road markings is wrong. But there are ways of doing this. And when we go to the rear camera now, I'll show you the way that you shouldn't do it. Like this van behind me. Now, as you can see, I'm moving over now. The guy behind me actually pulls back a little bit. Now, there was plenty of room for this Citroen to get in behind that car then, but he has to be in front. So he gets that close to me to squeeze into the gap. Absolute arsehole. Now we're on the A217 at the moment, coming back into London, and a little bit further down the road there is a left turn. Now guess what car wants to turn left? That isn't in the left hand lane, my lane. You must be able to see it back there. There is also a petrol head moment for you here that's just pulled out into the outside lane there. A little white thing right at the back. Now as you can see, there's cars moving over to the left hand lane because they realise that they want to turn left further down the road. But we have got the famous Audi. Always an Audi. Look at that gap behind me that it could have got in. And there's your little petrol head moment there, this little white thing. Which has obviously been zooked up quite a bit because when it went past me, it's got quite a big exhaust on it. And I've got to say, it absolutely stunk. It really did. The fuel, what was coming out of it, or the fumes that are coming out of it was, really smelt. So there's the Audi that couldn't get in behind me. It's got to be in front. I know there's a big gap in front of me, but that's what I do. I leave a nice braking distance. It's not for Audis, but well, 9 times out of 10 it is for Audis, I guess. And that little white car, we will see that a little bit later on, going a lot slower than what it is now. So I'm stuck in roadworks yet again, this bloody country with roadworks. And we get the green light and we're going through the roadworks. Now, we have to brake. For some reason, we have to brake. Any guesses why? Can you see it? I can't see it myself at the moment, but here we go. Yeah, bloody pedestrian running across the road to get the bus. So we get past the roadworks, we get past the pedestrian. Now we're coming up to a mini roundabout. Some people don't look further than the end of their bonnets, do they? This guy here just decides to block up the roundabout. So if anyone's coming from the right hand side there and wants to go straight on down where I'm going, they just can't because some numpty has blocked up the roundabout. Can't go anywhere. You've got a red light, the roundabout's blocked. You can see it's blocked before you pull out there. Some people ain't got the brains they're born with. Now in this next clip, I bet a few of you won't even notice this when it happens to yourself. It's very rare that I actually see it now. It happens so often because behind that traffic light there, hiding behind that traffic light, is a cyclist that can't be bothered to wait at that red light. He's up on the pavement, goes onto the pavement there, has a little look over his shoulder, which is fair enough, and then rejoins the road. Now, it's happened so often that you don't even see it nowadays. Now, some of you older people watching this will remember a cartoon character called Mr. Magoo. Used to have really bad eyesight. Well, I found 2 of them in one day, straight after each other. This guy coming towards me, is he going to move over? I'll put Mr. Magoo in the car there. Yep, he's a left-hand driver, what can I do? He just didn't see me. He didn't seem to see me, and as you see, he's got great big thick glasses on, and, well, it doesn't move over for me. Now, not long after that, I find Mr. Magoo Mark II. Now, don't get me wrong, there is plenty of room for me down this road, unlike the other road. The other road was quite tight, actually. This one, well, it's not that bad, but he's still well over the line. He's coming towards me now, and yes, he's driving an Audi. Here he goes, there's Mr. Magoo there. You see that line there? Well, that is the white line. Believe it or not, that is the white line. I know you can't see it that well. Look at all that space to his left-hand side there. There's a ton of it, ton of space there, but he has to get that close to me. I know it doesn't look that bad, but when you look at it from the rear camera, he ain't left me a great deal of space considering he's got all that room to his left-hand side. That's the first car. Plenty of room for him to do it properly. But what about this Audi? Look at that. That looks a lot closer than what it did from the front camera, didn't it? Now we got another petrol head moment for you now. Yes, it's the same car as before, going a lot slower. Now I don't know why it's going so slow, but the funny thing is, it didn't smell. When it went past me, it didn't smell. Is that anything to do with the speed? I don't know. Let us know in the comments down below if it could be the speed that made it smell. Now in this clip, obviously I'm waiting at a red light. Over to the left hand side, you can see that jogger that's just pulled up at that corner there. Fair play to her for trying to keep fit, but she's not the sharpest tool in the box, is she? runs across the road when it's green for us. Now we're looking at the van to my right hand side. Now as we come round this bend here, 2 lanes go round, it starts to get a little bit close to me. Does it seriously want me to fucking stop and let it in because it wants to take this next left turn in here? That's not going to happen, mate, is it? Try using your head and using a bit of road management. Here it comes now. It can easily get behind me, but what's the point of getting behind me? He can get next to me. Yeah, that's the thinking of these people. It is a Burke in a Merc. What happens if there was other cars now that was behind me? How would he get across then? It's road management, or the lack of road management from these people, that just astounds me. And again, he is a professional driver. He drives for a living. And yet he knows where he's going. He knows what he's got to do. And yet he gets in the wrong lane. On purpose to try and cut across me. I'm sure he did it on purpose to cut across me. Now in this next clip, we're looking at the car in front of us. I don't know whether it's another Mr. Magoo, or he only thinks that he's the only person that's on the road. No consideration for anyone else. Come on, get on with it. Fucking hell, idiot. Yeah, and just to show him and you that there wasn't just me on the road, there was other people behind me. Come on, get on with it. Fucking hell, idiot. I'm alright, Jack, don't worry. Tosser. Now in this clip, we are approaching a level crossing. I will be turning right over the level crossing, and I have priority over oncoming traffic. And so do the people that's coming over the level crossing that's turning left. So when we get up to the level crossing here, you'll see me get into the right lane and go to turn right. But unfortunately, I cannot turn right because there's a car there that could not see that give way sign there. It could not see that give way sign there. It could not see give way lines on the floor. And it could not see that yellow box junction. Oh dear, another Mr. Magoo maybe. Fucking idiot. Oh dear. Well, hopefully that arsehole got a fine because he was in the yellow box junction. Twat. When you've had a day of red lights constantly, it don't half get on your tits, I'll tell you. But that car in front of the bus, it don't matter to him. Fuck me. Lights after lights after lights. Guess it doesn't really matter if they're red though, mate, does it? Now for some reason this happens a lot at this petrol station, and I do not know why. Why do you need to stick out like that? Other than it is a shitting Peugeot, shitting Peugeot, shitting Peugeot. Why? Oh, it's got a P on it as well. It's got a P on the front. Anyway guys, that's it for today. Thanks for all my birthday wishes, by the way. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.